Hi and welcome to Driver Seats. Today we're taking a look at Ford's latest SUV, the Kuga. It's in its second generation now and it's just had a midlife facelift, and it needs to be successful as it's an important model for Ford. Last year, 2016, they sold over 35,000, accounting for 11% of sales in the UK. So the new model gets redesigned headlights, a new beefier grille and a more aggressive front end, which matches the latest Edge that's been released here. At the back, it gets a new tailgate and these squatter redesigned taillights. The new Kuga is available in 6 trim levels: entry-level Z-Tech, followed by Titanium, Titanium X, ST-Line, ST-Line X, and range-topping Vignale. There's then 6 engines to choose from, 3 of which are petrol, and all come from a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder, which is turbocharged to different variants depending on how powerful you want it. And then on the diesel front, there's a 1.5 litre and 2 litres to choose from. This is the range-topping 2 litre diesel with a 6-speed manual gearbox, which is available across the range, as is an optional automatic. This one also comes with all-wheel drive, which again is available on all but entry-level models. Prices for the latest Kuga kick off at £21,395 and rise to £34,845. This model that we're in is £30,145, got a bit of kit on, and that tops out at £31,500. This is the ST line trim, which is the sportier option in the range. So you get a sports body kit, unique alloy wheels, sports suspension to make it better dynamically with revisions to the steering, while inside there's these half leather sporty seats and a unique steering wheel. Other standard kit includes automatic climate control, front and rear parking sensors, satellite navigation, and automatic headlights. It's easy enough to get comfortable in here. I've got a pump lever to adjust the seat height and a second lever that adjusts the backrest. The steering wheel has a good range of reach and tilt adjustment, so it's quite easy to find that optimal driving position. You're sitting high up, as you would expect in a SUV, but it's got a great view as well with this raked windscreen to the front. Visibility out is good with this raked windscreen. However, the A-pillars are quite long but not too intrusive, but the rear pillars of the roof are a little thicker. There's also no reversing camera on this model, so you have to take extra care when reversing. In here it's nicely finished. The plastics higher up and where you're most likely to touch are softer, and then there's some leather inserts as well, so that gives you a more premium feel. The controls and dials themselves are simple, well sized and easy to use. The instrument cars are neatly designed. You have the blue needles as well, which is a nice contrast. There's plenty of storage. I've got a nice deep door bin which will take a bottle. In between the seats you've got this armrest that doubles as a storage compartment underneath, and that armrest also slides forward and is adjustable. Underneath a slidable cover is 2 more cup holders and a little area to store your bits and bobs. Also a neat little coin tray, while the glove box is decently sized. In the back you've got loads of headroom and very good leg and knee room. There's a good view out and the sculpted rear bench is quite comfortable to sit in. There's a large tailgate which allows you to get your bits and bobs in and out without a problem. It's also quite a low lip, so that's helpful for heavier items. The floor's flat, however the underfloor storage isn't the best. It's just smaller compartments with a space-saving tyre. The biggest changes inside are to accommodate the new infotainment system. Whilst it's been available in America, it hasn't been available over here. It's called Sync 3 and it's got an 8-inch touchscreen, and that touchscreen allows you to use it with gesture control and using pinch, so you can zoom in and out with your fingers. It's also got voice command and can respond to requests like, "Where can I get a coffee?" So this 2 litre diesel produces 178 brake horsepower, which is enough to get this thing from 0 to 62 in 9.2 seconds. It'll return 64.8 miles per gallon and emits 135 grams per kilometre of CO2. The engine pulls strongly up to about 5,000 revs per minute, and it's once you get past 2,500 it really starts to move on. There's good mid-range torque as well, and if you're in the right gear you can flick past whatever's in front of you, no problem at all. There's always a grumble under acceleration with the diesel, whether it's harder acceleration or just pootling around. So it never really goes away and leaves you alone. The 1.5 petrols are quite refined and impressive, and for me that would be my pick. The 6-speed manual gearbox is easy to use. It's got a longer throw than some Fords, but it actually suits the character of this car. It feels well suited to it. The clutch is well weighted, not too light, and certainly not heavy. Feels quality. This model's got all-wheel drive traction, and it reduces any pull-away wheel spin. It's very good at doing that. The Kuga feels light. When you throw it into a corner, it doesn't feel lumbersome. It's quite happy to quickly change direction and doesn't lurch around too much. We're heading up Snake Pass in Derbyshire. Turns in quite keenly. There's a hint of understeer, but it's happy to go where you want it to. And there's nothing here making me fear for the next corner. In fact, I probably want to try a bit harder. Considering this is the sportier version on the Kuga, it's got a relatively comfortable ride still. It soaks up most bigger bumps, you feel the smaller undulations, but it's certainly not uncomfortable in any way. In fact, you could see long journeys being eaten up in this thing quite easily. The steering's a little bit on the light side for when you're committing to faster corners, but it certainly helps it be a very easy car to drive around town. There's not too much wind or road noise in here either at 60 mile an hour speeds. You do get a tiny hint of suspension noise. Ford have always brilliantly found a compromise between comfort and sporty handling, and the Kuga continues in that vein. And then on the diesel front, there's a 1.5 litre and two 2 litres. So after a day of testing through the Derbyshire Dales, the Kuga's really endeared itself to me. It's fun to drive, it's got a comfortable ride, and we've seen it's capable off-road. The diesel's a little bit gruff, so I'd probably go for the petrol, but this thing's a great car. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel for free and let us know what you think of the latest Kuga in the comment section below.